Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Since Day One. Before we get into this video about Timothy Savage and Angelo Clary, go ahead and like the video, comment down below, and if you are new, smash that subscribe button to take flight with us. So y'all remember R. Kelly's old manager, James Mason, who was the one who allegedly threatened Joycelyn's dad, Timothy Savage, and then there was a warrant put out for his arrest, and then he turned himself in, bonded out, and we've been waiting for some news, and I guess we finally got it, you guys. So I have this video of Azriel's dad, Angelo Clary, basically explaining to us all what's the real story in behind the James Mason Timothy Savage story, you guys. So let's go ahead and see what Angelo has to say about this. Please don't forget to share this video just for the people who have not seen it yet. And let's go ahead and get into this.
They will fight while I went here, there, this and that, adding pieces to the puzzle. You know, make no mistake about when, you heard how people fight. Some people fight the way they fight. We two different families. They fight their way. I fight mine. I devour the inside. They have a different approach. Approach don't really, it's really my taste when they get messy. You know, if you fight that way and you fighting the problem, that's one thing. But if you fighting and then you just going after anybody, then that's another. Anything I tell y'all on here, everything in my life been devoured, from my record to everything. So when people run around and backstab you in the DMs and talk about, oh, this and send people messages about your character, it kind of make you go off. And that's what the whole thing was about. Somebody keep bashing my character, putting out bullshit lies and saying like they really know me. And they judging me because I have a history, which is ridiculous. This situation has nothing to do with me, with my history. This had something to do with my family. But because I'm the guy that I am and I understand how the social media world works now, I know that I became public record. So therefore you clear up anything that's out there. I had to clear up a lot of shit about me that was out there. And I've cleared it up with black and white, not bullshit. I don't sit here and lie to people that sit up all night fighting for me. I'm not going to sit there, call you Team True, and I know you fighting, and I sit there and tell you a lie. Anything that I give y'all is a fact. The only reason I'm not going to go on here and slaughter this situation all the way out, because I'm a rest a couple of days on it. But believe me, if I tell you something, it's fact. The reason why this whole thing occurred with Mr. Mason was the fact that this guy looked just like me. I can only speak the truth. I had nothing to do with this, but when my name came in it, then you put me a part of it. I'm going to tell you facts. And if I say this man an innocent dude, and I'm not going to stand around and let a man go to prison for some bullshit, then make no mistake, I'm not going to stand for it. And if I got to stand firm in the front, that's what I'm going to do. And I expect every man, every king to stand up for any man that's an innocent man and stop them from going somewhere that they shouldn't have to go for some shit he didn't do. The man didn't threaten them. They had disputes, frustrated father, frustrated manager. Manager explaining he can't do nothing, it's not him, and a father wanting to see his daughter. So it's understandable. You might get a little loud, a little aggressive, but it wasn't no threats. So being as though all these people that I named that people said that they had no relationship with, I'm going to give y'all a little brief understanding so y'all can know. The three people that somebody said in their live come from them. And I can go further back, really, from when it started, a whole bunch of people that come from them. But I'm going to start here. So Mason was Kelly's manager. From the day I met this man through the other family, I met this man. Me and this man talked like men. I met this man like a man. This man wasn't a part of the problem. From the first phone call, this man got on the phone and called. This man got on the phone and talked. This man set up phone calls before me and the other father. And we talked directly to R. Kelly. So I'm not going to sit here and have to lie to any of y'all about anything that I tell you. I'm only going to tell you the truth. So when people say, oh, why would you do this? Why would you do that? It don't have nothing to do with my past or my present. It's about somebody that should not be in trouble for some BS. Now, if he got some other things going on, then that's on him. That's personal. I can only address what I was a part of or what I was put in to be a part of, like always. So therefore, when it came to my name, I addressed it to this guy so that his name could be good. And from there, his name was good. So anything that somebody tell you, oh, they ain't got this, man, it's tons of real black and white and everything about this whole situation that this man could fight for himself. The reason he not fighting for himself, I don't understand why he dragging it out. Because me, I wouldn't have fought like that. This would have been over with. I'd have went to the courthouse and got over with. How they got this guy indictment, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that man ain't threatened that man, ain't threatened his family, and none of the above. When that police was calling my phone from someone giving them my number, and I deliberately didn't answer for a week, and I finally talked to my lawyer and spoke to him and told him, no, I had nothing to do with it. The police asked me, was I scared of him? I told him right off, listen, bro, I told you what I said and got off the phone. That was the silliest ass question that somebody could ask me. And the fact of it, I knew where it came from. So to clear that up, this man did not threaten this family while I was there. Now, if this happened some other time, some other shit, I don't know. But I'm telling you, what the man charged with in his charge paper, with my name involved with it, is a goddamn lie. And that's to whoever took that report and said it came from me. And that's why I probably didn't get a summons or anything else to get involved with this. But that man reached out to me, Mason, and told me, hey, man, they got you mixed up in this. I didn't hear this from Mr. Savage. So we're not going to play no games. When my name get mixed up, I'm going to straighten it. So you got to do what you got to do. And I'm not scared of that little count. I'm not scared to go to prison. I'm not scared of none of that shit. I will fight all the way. And believe me, at the end, I will drag whoever lied to the fullest. And that's a fact. So that's what you got to ask yourself. To be a man about this shit, if it's not more, not less, then stand up, man. I will stand beside you if you stand up with this man and go tell the truth. I would assist you in any way I possibly can to help you get through that shit, because, bruh, shouldn't send nobody to prison that don't deserve to be behind them bars. I don't know if you ever been behind there, but it's not a game for nobody. So I'm not going to stand around on my watch with a man that did nothing but absolutely for hours on hours on hours on days help me try to get closer to my daughter. And that's a fact. And you can ask everybody around the camp that he's a very persistent individual, and all his was about them girls. So if we gonna tell it, we gonna have to tell it right. And we ain't gonna play no games, and I ain't gonna see no innocent man fucked up. Because if you'll do it to him, then you'll do it to everybody. Now, so that clears that up. And anybody that need more further, hold on. Anybody that need further further information that say that counter that make it into a lie, I can easily pull people on the live. I can get Mr. Mason on the live. He can fucking say whatever he need to say or whatever he gotta do. I choose not to, because this is a serious matter, man. You talking about somebody's livelihood that's about to try to get 3 years for some shit that was bullshit. Now, like I said, if it's some other shit, then I don't know nothing about it. I don't got nothing to do with it. But if it's for some threatened shit on the phone the day I was there and I was on the phone, then it's not true. And that's as simple as that. So why I'm running around here fighting? Because my fight is with one individual that still has control of my daughter. That man can't go get my daughter. He wasn't around my daughter. He was only there for a year. He wasn't around my daughter was already there two and a half years or 3 years the same as the other family daughter. So we're not gonna play the game. And that's this how I feel and how I move as a man. So people can take it and say, oh, I'm connected to the street, the most, idiotic thing that people can say, oh, I'm tied to the streets. I told the people that I live by the street code. I don't have to, you see, one thing about a street individual, if he live by it, he ain't gonna tell you about it. His actions gonna speak. So maybe you got my actions confused with what I said out my mouth, because I'm not gonna play no games. And my fight is against individuals that take advantage of kids. So I don't have no mercy for him. Make no mistake. But this man don't have nothing to do with that play. Period. Now let's talk about Miss Cash Jones. Cash Jones, who is Cash Jones? Cash Jones was a ghost, somebody that was irrelevant to get to certain people that was around him and close to him, to make sure our children were safe, to make sure did no harm come to the families and all that. So, instead of people stabbing you in your back, they should be saying, thanks for contributing. Like, I thank anybody that contribute and fight for us and the way y'all fight. But see, some people don't know how to give other people props. So me, I would have said, thanks for everything you put in, and I never would have spoke ill will about you. And anybody that felt like I talked behind anybody back that was a part of this, nah, that's not called talk behind your back. I was spitting you game and putting you up on game. Same shit that I'm spitting now, straight directly to these people. It's no secret with me. What I was doing was trying to get you out the fight. So don't think that I go back, call nobody, or gotta discuss anything with anybody about anybody that I ain't already said to their face or gonna say to their face. And that's just what it is. Other than that, I'm not even gonna speak your name, because it none of that means shit to me. I know where my daughter at. I know how my daughter's living right now. What I don't have is a relationship with my daughter and and the wrong things about this situation. That's a man that's fighting for somebody that he feel did something wholeheartedly for him that he would never forget. And in the midst of that, I have Dana also around whatever little small part that he around, or maybe major part he around. Guess what I do? I need people like them to make sure my daughter good. So people saying don't be friends with them. I have a child that's sitting in the middle of the belly of the beast. I need all the friends that I can have around me. So at that point, I have to go against all the people that don't understand it and know that I have a little bit more of an understanding about this situation. So if I have to take care of my daughter from across the street, then that's what I will do. If I have to put my own army around her with her thinking that she had them, then that's what I will do. So that on them type of levels, I'm the victim at the victim at the victim with y'all. Look around in your circle right now and tell me who you have on your team. And then ask yourself, why they not on your team? And I guarantee you this, I can tell you why. Because you have stabbed everybody in their back, including a young, goddamn 19-year-old child that was younger than your own daughter, that you disrespected to the level that no man should ever, no king with kids that age should ever do. Especially when you knew her background, her father, and her mama. It made no sense to me. And for that, you need to apologize, bro. You need to get on that goddamn live, and you need to get on your page, and you really, really, really need to clear the air with an apology to that young lady. I don't care if it's true, false, whatever it is. You talked to this young lady that was a child, 19, like she was a dog, or like one of your old tricks or something. That makes no sense to me. I never talked to a kid like that. Not when I got a kid, because I wouldn't want nobody to talk to my child like that. So, bruh, you got a lot of things in the closet that I don't know why it happened, but it happened. So they the things, bro, you need to straighten out first before you run around and try to send everybody that you gave them ammunition to have you in a fucked up predicament. Cash in that got you the way you and her are right now from you, from your wife. That's all y'all doing. Y'all sat on the phone with this girl 14, 15 hours. From what I told, maybe it's not true. But I'm quite sure she wouldn't mind showing her phone bill. So think about some of the things you're doing, bro, when you running around being vindictive. Because understand this about me, I'm a real serious thinking individual. So I'm not even worried about anything that you can fucking counter, put out, or say about me. And out of respect, I think you really, really know that about me. But your wife really got a thing with me, and you really need to check that. Because I have never disrespected your family, not even in that text where I called you up and said, bro, I'm going to talk to you, not your wife, because I don't want to disrespect people's wife. Bro, check your wife, man. Check your wife, because she's really loose and will not stop. If it's something we need to have a conversation, then stop calling everybody else and call me. Y'all got my number. My number don't change. Why in the hell would you call and keep getting third-party information instead of calling me? This is what I'm telling you, why y'all like this messy shit. Because you can call me, your wife could call me, and anybody else that been wanting to call me. We've never got on the phone, yelled, this, that, none of that shit. And I'm quite sure y'all gonna record it, and that's fine too. So don't play me, man, with this shit. You keep wanting third-party shit because y'all keep wanting to be messy. So it's up to you, bro. But I'm going to stick how I stick, and I'm going to play how I play.
So let me know down below what y'all think about what Angelo had to say about Tim. And also, I kind of understand why they don't really have a support system like that. And maybe even why Joycelyn doesn't want to come home.
Fake love, I don't need it, you can keep it, that's a fact. I had to make up my mind. I took that weight on my shoulder. I done been down for so long. Sleeping from sofa to sofa. Now I'ma step on these little bitty bitches. In some brand new Gucci low. Some Gucci walking on. I got tired of eating Big Mama's chicken. Now it's business when I walk.